Okay, let's do the analysis of this match. Let's see how it plays on. Now, look at the composition. It's sort of what we play, except instead of Omen, we go with Astra. Now, otherwise the comps are pretty similar, and I think because this KJ breach should be very strong against it, because sort of if you're planting here, whatever the ultimate, it's pretty easy to break on attacking here or even here. So it's pretty effective in these locations. Now let's see what's happening here. Again, we see three early C, just holding default, holding A, holding garage push. But this is very interesting where DRX is just pushing in mid. So let's see how FPX reacts to it. So again, so just contact push there in mid with Jet and Astra. Omen should. This fight is pretty strong. Okay, he spots gets him low, but look at these positions. These are pretty pushed forward. Breach is also forward. Oh, that's a big kill. Now Angel gets one. Okay, so it all just came to mid fights here because initially what they did is they farmed the orb, and if I'm not wrong, Breach picked up the orb. After that, while rotating, they knew that okay, Omen spotted Jet, so they did not have any information about the Astra. So because of that, they were ready to punish Jet in mid. And we see those duels coming in here. But then Breach was here to support. Astra is also close. There was also peek from Killjoy from Garage. And it all sort of came to how duel goes on here. I feel what we just saw, Angel should have had a pick here, but it's like yeah, Angel should have had this trade very early, but unlucky. I think RB did pretty great here. Now again, it's just a done thing, but let's say what this chamber can do here, because if you look very carefully, these two guys are one shot from his head enter, which means the only player that he should be very concerned about is Soa. So he can play it slow. There are still chances looking at how DRX is playing. See, DRX knows that they have an advantage, manpower. These both guys are low. We don't want to risk it. Look at the positioning. He's just holding B. He's just holding City. If they come plant C, we guys are all gonna retake together. Sova holding the A cross. Just playing on information, playing together, because it's pretty much easy round for them if you really think about it.
The TP down towards long, a little fake plant already coming through. Trying to bait someone into a fight, Tom, but it just doesn't look like
And
DRX.
let's see. Okay, the plant they're letting him plant because obviously they know that they are also pretty low. Now, if this duel is going to be very critical, if he wins this duel, he might have a chance in winning this, because there are no stars for Astra also, so unlucky. But at least they got the plant. Now, because they got the plant, this makes it very interesting. Because now, if you look at the economy of FPX, they might think, or even look at if they want to force buy or not because of the plant. But again, sort of very risky. Good one-way smoke. This is like all instinctive how you sort of play. Now again, this contact play, Astra surprised those people, so the crosshairs just moved on. Angel should have gotten a kill, but unlucky. Like you cannot guarantee that. Now again, okay, so this is a big eco. They actually try to force buy here but like they changed it in the last 4 seconds. Now let's see what FPX do. FPX does here again. A main info, just getting the early info. Smokes getting trade off just to get the early aim in control. They are farming orb for Angel. Just really trying to use breach as much as possible. So I like this pretty much. They showed an early pressure C. They tried to probably kill this guy, but again they got smoked off, so they are rotating. Now they're looking at A. I think they might show presence A, and then if they get a pick, might try to go in, otherwise do something else. Okay, they showed presence. Now because Jet spotted one, the rotation has to come in. Breach will have to adjust. Maybe Alarmbot he won't adjust, but again he has to shift towards B. The rotations are pulled off. But look at these positions. The raise goes in garage, spots the turret, breaks the turret. Now they're walking in B. This information is going to be insane. Again, because they spotted A, they have to sort of hold A for a little bit. Prieston comes in to stop. He's vulnerable. He's not doing anything. Now they just go in. The smoke comes off City. Oh my God, that is insane. Now that is, how does he double dink him? Just predicts that he would be there. That's an insane pick by Breach. Again, this is very, very beautifully played by FPX. Probably one of the best eco rounds. If they win or if they don't win. But you know, so they farmed the orb for Angel. Look how close he is. They tried to show pressure C because they spotted Astra here. They were like, okay, let's try to, you know, use some utility, try to kill that person. Got smoked off again. They could be that, you know, the one could be covering, there could be crossfire setup. So they decide to go back. They show presence A, which pulls out the rotation for Sova. These guys have to stay A, and after just showing presence a little bit, they walk in B. Now, let's see how this round goes off. Again, this smoke should help them, but the positions are great.
And now they have an after plan.
Yeah, a one-way comes in. Two people back of site. Two people hold it because they have sheriffs, right? So it's better they could play. Oh, unlucky. That's just an unlucky moment here. Insane kill by Angel. He's just holding this very tight. Marco kills another one. Gets the trade. Oh, this is insane. He has the ultimate now. Angel did insane. This is so good by FPX. You see, so methodical. Just beautiful by FPX.
They didn't even force. They didn't even force. It was just a slow push.
That first round, FPX got caught off because they were not expecting this sort of a setup where Astra would go close, Jet going aggro window alone, right? And then KJ sort of holding garage breach cover. So they got caught off in pistol. And the second round by FPX was so methodical, like really insane. So again, let's look at the default. Again, the chamber trip window.
Enough orbs to use that.
Wow, okay. So this is very interesting by DRX. So even if it is very early in the game, they are sort of taking this mid control very early. This is usually their default. They're trying to get info on A. Now this dart is a bit passive because, you know, if you dart here, someone could instantly break it and it's sort of a fake info that we could get. We could say, hey, someone is holding A main or whatever. Now this dart, why are they doing specifically this dart is because they don't want to have any wrong information. You know, if someone has to break it, he needs to basically come here and sort of shoot this. But again, so will get, you know, would see him, so they would get this accurate info. And look at this mid control again. Killjoy turret spotting long, so they're pretty chill. That's why Killjoy is playing garage and they're, you know, comfortable in pushing here. Now let's look at what FPS is trying to do. Again, they're asking Fair to hold this back. Chamber has a TP here, so he's also trying to get information in sort of mid also, I guess. And I can see these three people again going C, so probably doing the default, you know, getting all for Angel.
What's on the other side now, Mitch? No ultimates.
The smoke, they smoke the turret because that's what FPX has been doing. They form the orb for Angel, yes. After taking the orb, they fall back. Oh, he might not have spotted Astra close. He TPs back after getting the fire. Fade gets the Prowler, clear close, no one close. Again, just taking mid control, seeing the pressure falls back. Look how good FPS is handling this situation. This is what we need to understand, right? Now they are taking the orb, which they're doing the default. Again, just holding A for a little bit because they have a lot of time. Look, they have done so much. They have a lot of information and still 1 minute 7 seconds on the clock still, right? Now, if you look very, very carefully, well, again, they knew that, okay, there's a push mid, but that doesn't mean an instant reaction to either push C or either push A. They're just holding, they're just trying to see what DRX is doing. Now, okay, so DRX, you know, they just went back. They're stacking gambling C here. Killjoy called the turret back. You know, just holding garage door. First contact turret. KJ is aware that, okay, it's gonna come. Or I think, where is turret facing C would be wrong. I think it should. Oh, probably he put the turret beforehand just so that the first contact could be turrets in C and he could just hold door. Now, if you look here, they're showing presence A. They're trying to enter
50
A.
seconds
This
on
is
the clock
interesting.
and
Why did Sova rotate?
Looks
Oh,
like they
because he
can play.
darted.
Oh,
So
see long now,
because
moving out
he
of mid.
darted, and also he's
Looks like
pretty
they've got
comfortable
some
going,
sort
but
of
someone
an
broke
idea
the
on
dart.
hand. This is
yeah,
much like
He's
think,
still rotating
you
because
may
they
have
are
been
on
a
an
bit
eco. They want to
overzealous
play
saying
together,
50
honestly.
seconds on the clock and assuming
Very
that was where
interesting.
FPX were going.
Very
It was more
interesting.
the whole day.
Look what happened here. FPX showed the reveal. They broke the dart, showed presence A, because they are expecting DRX to react to that. But DRX is pretty smart because already they are on an eco. So rather than pulling out rotations like asking Breach to probably go rotate because there is presence or all that stuff, they're like, because we are on an eco, we'll preferably play together rather than just doing a fast rotation. And this is what FPX has also done in the last round. They showed presence here, but they never went A. So probably that's also a good read there. Because if you look here, there's a good
you
sort
may
of
have been a little bit
presence here.
overzealous saying 50 seconds on the clock and assuming that was where
Yeah.
FPX
This
were going.
round could go anyway because FPX might not be expecting these positions out of DRX,
If they
honestly.
were there at 15 seconds, I would have agreed with you.
Again, the smoke comes in, the nade goes back of site. So you see, let the utilities jump in. This aftershock is again just to not let anyone sort of come out of the smoke. Also, just flash out of the smoke playing thing, and also this clears an angle. Back of site clears the nade. So just basic stuff. Then also goes the siege so that the person cannot get out of the nade if he's playing back of side. Again, beautiful utility. So because they know that this is smoked off, and also because there is an aftershock here, there is no possibility of anyone to come out of the smoke. And back of side is also clear. The siege is there, so there's also no possibility that this person is sort of gonna come out and whatever. So look at where all these are facing. This person is looking at Acon, right? Acon, again Acon. Now this raise, because they have not put any utility here, look at his crosshair placement. Look at where he is looking. So it's just how, these are just the basics how team is playing. So basically good, I think a um good position here by FPX. They've taken the site. This duel is very important. Oh no. Now Cider is dead. Buzzword now have a gun. They have entered B. Jet is in the smoke. Sova holding Acon. There's a possibility that DRX wins this just off this duel. Let's see. Okay, now because, see, instant reaction out of FPX. They do not want DRX to get away without getting traded one, and also because this gun is very important. They do not want DRX to just freely use this gun and get comfortable with it. So that is why you see an instant reaction out of FPX trying to see what could be done here. Let's see how they tackle this. Okay, how do they handle this? Now DRX has already taken the gun, and see, because of that kill and because of this fallback by these two people to try to sort of punish the person who's gonna get gun, these people are left alone. And because of that, this reaction was pretty fast by DRX. Wow. Two ecos. Oh shit. Wow. Such a good round. Such a good round by both the teams. DRX just staying together was insane. That duel outside garage just punished. It's unlucky because he lost it. I mean, if he would have won this, the outcome could have been very, very different. But again, just unlucky. Very good round by DRX. To not extra rotate, just playing together. Off the reaction, FPX also handled it pretty well. Very good round, honestly.
Ridiculous. And if this is a sign of how this game's going to play out, I don't think anybody's ready.
So when I premised that at the beginning.
So yeah, this should be.
Yeah, it was literally just classics. Like that doesn't make
should
any
be
sense
insane
logically
here.
that they should be able to win that round, but somehow they come out with all of the kills, steal the weaponry, and well, FPX are going to be left feeling like fools.
That is just ridiculous. And even if we look back, there was a moment where RB just walks through the smoke. He got perfect timing in threading the needle. Then they went to check it, but he just slipped by. Those kind of gaps, they're rare to see. But FPX have paid a heavy price for it. Now we end up a couple of rifle.
I think, okay, do you know why did they lose the last? Why did they lose the last round? Probably not because of this duel. If you think about it, it is because while this guy is planting, Jet could come here and basically do this to the planter. I think that's where FPX lost the round. Now again, the reaction to punish this person was okay. Also, they were trying to set, just have, because they thought that they are actually going to get the plant, so they fell back and sort of also get in good positioning, right? In the previous round. If someone could have been after getting in holding this also and not let, just look at this, not let Jet do this, there was a high chance that you could still win the round. Again, just a bit unlucky, honestly, but okay.
FPX, they do still get a decent
And he got the gun and he
good
just,
opportunity
it's
to
like,
pull this one across the line, or at least make it
okay, again, no, not much presence by FX at A, just fade holding. Again, just farming the orb.
Wanting these rifles instead to be
The first buy round, the first proper buy round, honestly, after 3 rounds. So it's a.
They understand that as soon as they
Honestly, look at the money. Look at the money by FX. It could also be considered as a bonus for FX, honestly, looking at their money. This is a really, really nice first lead, honestly. I mean, just showing a mid presence, mid control, very good reaction by DRX. If you look here again, just small presence here, doing this thing. So again, just trying to look what's happening because they have long information so early, so the rotations could be pretty heavy at B. KJ just holding C here. Having too much control in terms of garage and B, so they're pretty chill with A. Now this is the first time that they have sort of done so much presence in short, so it should be a good reaction. Now look at this timing by Raze. This could be really, really critical for the round.
Breach by the looks of things. Like you have a
So again, short smoke comes in because the smoke is here. RB is pretty low. He can very well play inside the smoke. This timing of the ultimate could also be. Oh, good reaction by RB, honestly, because I mean, they saw that RB is on the left, just smoking and getting in the smoke because he's so low, and he knows that no one has entered because they were fighting him from far. It's a good reaction to enter the smoke. So, okay, now he knows that he's inside the smoke. He should be dead here, probably. Yes, very, very well played by Artis here. The trap check in the smoke, just very good basic here. Now again, because this still have an advantage, look at this positioning, right? Look at what the good agents are. There's no breach here and all that stuff. So that's why the positioning is one graffiti looking at long. He's trying to cover him from short. You see, now Astra is just looking long. Sova was just gave a little peek here. Now when Astra will come here, Sova might look at long, Astra just checking short. So it's just just the perfect timing when they're switching. Now this timing by Raze is insane.
2 other players and he's pushing with the spike. He needs to wait for that little bit of extra support. The spam not going to garner anything, and they still have Marco in this close corner.
It's all about zip.
Not going to garner anything, and they still have Marco in this close corner.
It's all about Zipan here, but he's being caught. And now the rifles are going to have to do it themselves, and they're up against. It's all about Zipan here, but he's being caught. And now the rifles are going to have to do it themselves, and they're up against so much. The TP might get him out of the corner, but he's not out of trouble. The 1 versus 3 on Artis' hands, and only a couple of seconds left. DRX have locked in a third round, and the lead will finally go convincingly into their hands, at least for now. And with the rifles that FPX invested into, Tom, they're still able to get a decent buy up here. So it's not the end of the world, thanks to that weird early round economy.
Yeah, that's the thing. Normally you'd look at that and you'd be like, okay, that's the round that DRX wins to
like a force buy
basically crush their economy or something. No, this is still going to be a 4-buy for FPX. It's been one of the weirdest starts to the game. More importantly, speaking about RB, he has kept that form that he had versus North Eption. Man is 8-2. He did the majority of it when he started off with a classic. Shutting down the aggressive push of Angel as well. And he's someone that, as I said, if he's online alongside the likes of Buzz, this team is fierce.
Right there.
Round 5, Tom, and we're just about to see Angel get his Rolling Thunder for the second time. Coming out of this round, that'll be confirmed. The ulti economy certainly flowing for FPX, but only the one round thus far. And now, as we said, this is where kind of we return to normality. This is a full buy where DRX have economic advantage. If they win, they should have FPX's economy, probably see a 5-1 lead, and credits in their bank account. And all already, that's a good sign for the Koreans. RB able to open it up. It's Angel gone. So that Rolling Thunder might be online, but it ain't going to be used right here. Here, Buzz is also caught. Zipan and stays alive to hold down this C site. Has support coming through. FPX really running into a alive to hold down this C site. Has support coming through. FPX really running into a brick wall on this one.
Yeah. Artist said earlier that he was thinking they could just beat them individually, and what they've done in this round, I think that That's what Artist said earlier, that he was thinking they could just beat them individually, and what they've done in this round, I think that's what they were attempting, just solo push off the solo push. Finally, the remaining 3 players going as a team, but all DRX need to do at this point is trade. That might be easier said than done, though, because already Artist brings it back into a closer scenario.
The recon up and over to try reveal them through the smoke. The extra one to it, but they've lost the spike, and Artist falls right afterwards. A convincing fourth for DRX, and now no credits for FPX. It was a very close start to this map, Tom, but it looks like the Koreans have earned themselves a strong defensive start.
Yeah, I'm still getting the similar flashbacks we had to yesterday where FPX were playing against Ursha. Like, solo peek from Angel, no utility used. Solo peek from Zipan, not much utility. I think they used a Paranoia, but ultimately the rest of the players were nowhere near able to trade. Those are the sort of duels that are not going to work against a team like DRX. Even if you get one kill, it's almost instantaneously going to be traded, and I felt like FPX almost needs to take a moment and say, okay, that was a little bit silly, that was a little bit risky. We now need to start actually playing as a team, because look at that round that they actually won. They pushed all four so around you shouldn't, on just me making incredible risk. I don't necessarily think either way is wrong, because one's used to buff your economy to get yourself a buy, the other is used as part of your buy, and then you can use the economy elsewhere.
So a lot of ultis as well, 5 online for FPX. It's still a dangerous round, but DRX have been clinical in how they've handled a lot of these FPX. It's still a dangerous round, but DRX have been clinical in how they've handled a lot of these pushes. Reveal early, getting a ton of information. That's 3 players spotted. And you know RB is still aggressive on that angle. Angel falling to the op at the start of the round again. Rolling Thunder gone. And of course, all that initiation utility now out of play. It's going to be much more difficult to push RB off an angle.
I don't really understand why he is the one taking point of contact every round. Like, I know that's Angel's style, but you have, well, you have a chamber basically on that side, which is basically have, well, you have a chamber basically on that side. Which is basically the point on the attack. For him to try and take the battle. Xiao? Maybe he should be taking initiation in every single round, because that was absolute filth. Artist wrapping around the back, and Xiao's on the attack for him to try and take the battle. Xiao? Maybe he should be taking initiation in every single round, because that was absolute filth. Artist wrapping around the back, and Xiao's now found a rifle. Artist has found one as well. FPX, they can't win buy rounds, but give them a couple of pistols and everything seems to work.
Still, a sliver of HP on Xiao. Artist not too healthy either, and it's Buzz that's left in this clutch. FPX decide to play this together down below. Xiao just now swinging out. I don't think he spotted Buzz, but there's the info now with the swarm grenade going down. Got two different angles. They need to make sure the timing is perfect on these peaks. The turret, even a big issue for Xiao. He's almost baited it into a swing. Buzz. He suspects exactly the play. He's got a great read on it, but he won't land the shot. 21 HP. This man starts the round with a sheriff and gets 2 kills on a long. Unbelievable work from Xiao. He has just earned them a second.
Yeah, peak Xiao, honestly, I think has some of the best aim in the world. And you're witnessing it right now. It seems to be in the absolute zone, but the thing is, I don't like the fact that at the moment the only rounds FPX are winning are ones where firstly they're based around pistols, and secondly they're just playing together. Like in all of their buy rounds, it's It's been much more individualistic, spread out, and risky. Whereas when they go into their pistol rounds, they're playing as a squad. They're moving as a unit and trading effectively. Seriously, they're individualistic, spread out, and risky. Whereas when they go into their pistol rounds, they're playing as a squad. They're moving as a unit and trading effectively. Go into their pistol rounds, they're playing as a squad. Spread out and risky. Whereas when they go into their pistol rounds, they're playing as a squad. They moving as a unit and trading effectively. Seriously.
That's 3 times in a row, Tom. I mean, we really can't see much more success from RB with this op.
I think you can just make an RB highlight reel of him killing Angel, and it will last long enough for the halftime.
I mean,
if that's something. Something you fancy.
I'll already tell you, Angel's going C next round. If he goes near A long, I don't even know. They've tried smoking it off. They've now tried flashing it. They've tried everything. But it just doesn't matter. This guy's hitting the shot. He's always on a different angle, getting up and above the smoke on the left side. Before it was the right side. There's just no break to be found for FPX in those early duels, and I think it's been clearly stated at this point. Yeah, you can have your A long control, but I'm going to make you pay for it. And that cost is, well, it's their IGL every single time.
Yeah, and it's your breach, which again is just a frustrating player to lose in the majority of rounds. Now you can see Buzz has placed down the majority of his utilities. Sider's already spotted it. I think he's going to try and bypass it with the smoke, although this will be fairly obvious, as you could see. Stun already thrown in, wonderful from Stacks. He's got the spike.
Down B.
And easy isolation of that player, and now
30 seconds
moving in. It is at least going to be of that player, and now
30 seconds
moving
left.
in. It is at least going to be retreat. Decider and Chow though. Again. Moving
left.
in. It is at least going to be retrieved. Decider and Chow. Although, again, just able to swing these rounds back into contention. Xiao is on an absolute tear at the moment, but RB doesn't seem to miss. It's left onto him once again to try and bring this back. An instantaneous left is on an absolute tear at the moment, but RB just able to swing these rounds back into contention. Xiao is on an absolute tear at the moment, but RB doesn't seem to miss. It's left onto him once again to try and bring this back. An instantaneous headshot to turn it into the 1 versus 1. Has a rough idea of where RB is going to be trying to take the fight, trying once again to find that headshot. It only has a couple of less. The man only ever seems to need one. Sticking that diffuser at least halfway, waiting on the edge, and Xiao back.
And is single-handedly keeping FPX in contention in this half. I mean, there's not much more that you can ask from him. He comes into the previous round with a Sheriff, gets this time straight, and really, I don't know, I'd say FPX will make this all. I am completely gambling. Okay, so he and you guys were looking at me, so in a way, I don't need that's well, and then of it. Map.
Because I thought this to not that I think it is just
that last
brain hard that is every those players exciting thing about Bucking. It is just that was a
last one right there. So obviously during the technical pauses, as you guys may know, coaches are not allowed to have any sort of discussion, right? You got to keep quiet while things are getting sorted. But DRX came out of that and said, let's take a moment. Let's just, you know, gather ourselves. They've got a strat here.
Do you want to know something funny? Angel did go and swing A long.
Of course he did.
And well, Siders actually died from behind. This is now much more of a problem because there is a decision to be made from FPX. Do we either continue into the A site, not really knowing how many players are currently behind us, or do we try and fall back and fight the Blade Storm? And well, I agree with their decision.
Well, it's not just the Blade Storm anymore, right? Because Mako is there, so the rifle is being recovered. Shock Dart, bit of damage.
Yeah, not that much to be honest.
about for sure, but it's RB that I'm worried about. This guy on his way back through. No dash to play with. One kill to get that back online. But it's Artis holding him right on the way through. Shot not going to connect. Now he's out of there. This is a big problem. At Cosmic Divide's locking them out. They don't even know if the defuse is coming through necessarily. They'll have to keep going back in to check. Rolling Thunder, but they don't even know if the defuse is coming through necessarily. They'll have to keep going back in to check. Rolling Thunder, but RB's alive, and he's down! Artis has caught him! This is huge! They know that the defuse wasn't coming through, and now they've heard it. The swing is perfect. Zipan whiffing a little bit, but Artis wasn't. RB's alive. No, if the defuse, he's out of. But it's RB that I'm worried about. This guy on his way back through. No dash to play with. One kill to get that back online. Artis holding him right on the way through. Shot not going to connect, and now he's out of there. This is a big problem. I call in a check.
So, in other words,
great when you look at it like, oh yeah, and then RB pushes like mid or something to kill. Kills Angel. It was Cider that ended up going down, but the aggression's certainly working out. It's an A short push out of DRX this time around. 3 players towards the A side, and nothing given up yet. Although I think RB was soon to get a fight. You see all this presence made on C gets DRX to start rotating. They've now left RB solo holding this angle, and so it all comes down to whether, I mean, I don't know why I'm even asking that question. RB is probably going to kill one. Let's see if he does. Artis in for the swing, and it's Artis that's quick on the trigger.
it's almost like sending a chamber to fight against the opposing AWPer might have been an idea to do.
I don't know if that's better than a breach just running out. Jumping. I don't know, Tom,
it's
but
close.
I'll take your word for it this time. I'll have to do some digging into that one.
Wow, Artis has won that duel. There you go. That takes out RB, who has been really the only danger man for DRX so far. The rest of the team haven't had to do a lot because of the amount of damage he's been able to do. And now this A site falls completely under the control of FPX. But you got a Rolling Thunder already in play, ready to go. You've also got KJ ready to set up if needed. Obviously, there should be some counter utility, but with the Aftershock already gone, I don't know if that lockdown's going to actually be destroyed. You got a Rolling Thunder already in play. Ready to go. You've also got KJ ready to set up if needed. Obviously, there should be some counter utility, but with the Aftershock already gone, I don't know if that lockdown's going to actually be destroyed.
Oh, they were trying to just push right in.
Down's going to see there should be some counter utility, but with the Aftershock already gone, I don't know if that lockdown is going to actually be destroyed.
Oh, they were trying to just push right in. Do it. The stun is left. Cider in such an awkward position. One bullet at a time, and Buzz recovers for. Three. Leaving Artist to do it all, and, well, I think this is a little bit too much of an ask. He's completely stuck. He's being grabbed well in, running through a smoke with an op, and Buzz, a man who...
The destroyer couldn't run in if Cider is stunned. The player has absolutely no idea. That pop flash goes off, couldn't run away from the lock. Cider is stunned. Also,
next level. I mean, as soon as they sense that pressure, he is responding like that.
Yeah.
He had a ton of things he could have done. He could have just went out running for the fighter, anything. But the stun saves the...
Yeah.
He had a ton of things he could have done. He could have just went out running for the fighter, anything. But the stun saves the day. Oh, there's an easy kill for RB. The reveal, making it the cleanest shot of his career. Xiao is down, Cider is injured, and DRX are well and truly ahead in this round. But FPX, they're on their last legs economically. This can't be one that they just let slip.
Yeah, RB definitely not shying away from a fight. Even after being shut down in the previous round, he has had so much success.
Now again, right? So Sova just just peeking, jump peeking from long. He has all the shot, so we are pretty comfortable in terms of rotating and playing a rotating breach mode. Honestly, as soon as the stun comes in, breach instantly rotates. The smoke long. Look at the positioning. Breach instantly goes to help. Now there is no other reaction coming in from FPX, and they know that they have everything. Long is smoked. Short, there was only one. So basically, Breach has started to again come B, and he's predicting that this is going to happen. Now, this again, you just learn this from experience, right? He's just holding his stun as soon as the alarm bot, just gets detected. Breach is instantly going to stun.
If you just give these individual fights over to DRX, they're winning nearly all of them.
Now, all that FPX could do is play default, play methodical, try to pull out rotations, honestly, which they are failing to do because this is a very, very good, very defensive comp. But I am not sure how good they are going to do on attack on the side of DRX. The smoke comes in because there's no presence A, no presence C, so it's probably someone could be outside B. Now, because the turret gets the contact of Garage, Astra immediately tries to settle and try to check the garage window. He gets an insane pick. Breach will stun on the contact of the alarm bot. Breach stun comes in. He's ready to peek. Insane kill by Starks. He was sort of expecting him there on the left. Again, Astra might caught off. He's not expecting the other person. But see, because the alarm bot has not been fully detected and Breach is still B, he gets it. Just he knows that, oh, the rotation was unnecessary, so he immediately looks at the window and gets the pick. Very, 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 very good by DRX. Okay, FPX needs a timeout, honestly. FPX needs to do something different. They need to manipulate the rotations. They need to break the Killjoy utility. Until and unless you are not going to break the Killjoy utility, the rotations are not going to come in. It's as simple as that. So again, the Killjoy on its turret's contact is trying to play there. As soon as the turret shoots, the nade comes in. He knows that he has naded it the left, so all he has to peek is on the right. He peeks the right, but he gets caught off. That is so unlucky. Breach stun comes in to help because they're expecting it to be a fast A. All the rotations coming in from A on the side of Sova and Jet. Sova probably will just chill out a little bit outside B. A city push comes in. Marco just alone. Astra C is so good. Just doing this weird smoke to sort of make them peek from left because, and also C long is smoked, so he's very, very comfortable in taking this fight that's coming out of outside garage. It's a 2v1 situation. Just chilling out again, both playing. Omen could still win this, but it's going to be very difficult. His ultimate is still ready. He could sort of bait out some utility and then ult A. He's expecting them to hold city, so basically just doing the normal shit, smoking C. He's actually committing to the plant, which is pretty good because he's looking at the smoke. He is now the only thing is we're worried about is someone could have walked in garage, so instantly looks at the garage and because he has smoked that comfortably goes in. Sova comes in. Ooh, I mean, he couldn't do much here. That's too much to expect out of him. Again, he could just gamble, probably just keep looking at the smoke. If he dies from garage, he dies anyways in a critical situation. But again, oh, again, very well played by DRX, honestly. A very good adjustment in the starting. I'm very curious to see what, because they know that FPX have to do something very different. And again, they went back to their normal setup, Breach A, Killjoy, Astra C. Very, very powerful setup. Instantly, because B, they could leave it on the Killjoy alarm bot. So Breach can, after the Prowler hearing and after the C pressure, he comes to help Astra at C, but he is in a position where he could also help from Garage. So instantly stuns them back, but it's a second late and Buzz gets caught off. Breach also stuns Garage on the left, so that timing was also a little late, but hey, you can't ask too much out of them. So yeah, a very good round on the side of DRX. Honestly, it's a very good defensive comp, but I am really not sure about the attack. I think the attack is pretty weak on this comp that DRX is running. But they want to win as much defensive rounds as possible on Haven, I guess. And honestly, I haven't watched this match, but I'll check the score. FPX won this match. So, okay, now again, again the usual setup because they want FX to make adjustment. They want to take fast A control, breach, stuns, walks in with Jet's op A shot, so what darts to help them. Killjoy alarm bot B, Killjoy looking at C alone. When the breach is not around, they are making Astra play very passive at B because he can smoke and all that. And Jet's turret contacting B. Again, Killjoy is pretty playing safe. This nade is very important because if he get pressured from Garage, he could just turn up this nade and it could be very safe from the right side. So all he has to care about is on the left. So again, just the basic setup. The dart comes in, RB just holding a shot. He spots no one. If he spots no one, he has all the control. Instant rotation comes out of DRX because they have all the map control at A. The smoke comes in Garage. As soon as the smoke comes in, the adjustment comes in from Astra because they're very comfortable with the alarm bot, and also the rotation is going to come very soon. The reveal comes in, the smoke long. Okay, Garage turret broken because they know that this is the turret being put out. The turret comes in, the stun. So this stun basically, so okay, this stun gets this. This stun avoids anyone from peeking here. This stun also gets basically the platform backside. So this should be pretty good. Now this smoke is also very interesting smoke. So I think this smoke, what? Wait, whose is this smoke? Is it the attacker's smoke? It's the defender's smoke, guys. Oh shit, attackers don't have an Astra. My bad. So interesting smoke. So this smoke could be to avoid any kind of pressure to come inside the smoke because whoever is going to come out of the garage will be compelled to sort of come like this. They cannot enter the smoke because literally anyone could be holding, one or two people could be holding inside the smoke. So they are compelled to get like this, and you could be very comfortable in taking these duels and also making them confuse what's happening here. Now again, the siege comes in. You see, the siege comes in, the nade comes in, beautiful utility usage to clear everything out. Omen flash comes in, blinds back of sight. So FPX is very comfortable in just straight away pushing in. Instant reaction to help KJ with the Astra ultimate, and this ultimate is very powerful, guys. I've always told whenever you are ulting, do not ult here, always ult here, do not ult here, always ult like this, right? Because if you're ulting like this, they have to push no matter what. Yep. Wow, I'm amazed. Omen has a smoke. There is no smoke city because interesting, very interesting. Why is there no smoke city? Probably because he wants to push with the team. But wow, this Astra is so good. Now they have so much space to work out with C. But he got a very good kill. Omen TP's back. That this timing is going to be insane. Will he have his gun in on time? No, he won't. But the Omen will be able to trace Buzz here. Oh, it could go anywhere. A long plant comes in. Very. Look at this. Look at the awareness, dude. So good, so good. Just a shock dart also comes in. The breach aftershock comes in. Instant reaction with the breach ult. Getting these two people get caught off. Oh, Cider somehow did not get ulted, but very good trades. Like these are insane. These trades are insane. Now his position, very good drone. But yeah, very good drone. Oh, oh my god.
Backstab them and close it out. 5 rounds for FPX and another unbelievable
Wow.
for this man. Oh, that's so
I think the only mistake was no smoke here. I think if there was, because he already had a smoke. Okay, so stun comes in, the defender smoke comes in, Killjoy utility to not let them, and he's safe from the left, so he doesn't have to worry about the left. Flash comes in from Garage, flashing all the. This flashes the. There's this wooden box, this cubby, it flashes all this back of sight. So they're pretty comfortable in terms of pushing. The siege comes in, the nade time is perfect. Satchel's in, tries to take space. Oh, I don't know. They have to smoke City here, honestly. I Zepan was not. He expected a smoke to be there, honestly. Unlucky. It's okay. So I think a very very good defensive round, and we have learned a lot in terms of how you could rotate, looking at what information you are getting. We will also do the analysis of the attack, but sometime later. Yeah. Okay.